Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Aja A, and as you see tarot cards on your screen, you know it's time for a new moon reading. This time around, we are in Cancer lunar season, baby, the best season of the year. This video is gonna cover the beginning of June through the beginning of July through the beginning of August, looking at the Cancer lunar cycle. This video is for my fellow Cancer sisters and brothers, so Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising. If you feel like what I'm saying in the video doesn't resonate with you, go on and check out your Moon and or Rising sign, which I do have linked down below. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so everything in this video may not resonate with you, okay? As always, typical 4-card spread, looking at the energies popping up for us that we'll be tapping into during this next month, any crossing energies or obstacles that we might be facing. And because we are talking about Cancer, looking at what you need to nurture, what you need to put a little bit of love into and a little bit of energy into in order for you to cultivate in the ways that you'd like to see things play out. And then as always, a quick little soul message, something extra for us to take away with us from the spread, okay? So let's just go on and get started. The first card that we've got popping up in the spread, which is very interesting, this 44 number is popping up here twice, which breaks down to 8, which is all about cycles and infinity and karma. And as you guys know, Cancer lunar season means what? We're all having birthdays right now, so happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. What? So we are in cycles. This is a very important time for us, especially with us being on our Cancer Capricorn eclipse axis. So all the Cancers, you guys are going through some major life changes during this time, and a lot of it is going to be very prominent for you during the next couple of months, and you'll see the shifts start to take place over the next half of a year, okay? So we've got Thinker coming up for us in this month during our lunar cycle, and what the energy that I pick up from this is not that, you know, it's all air, all intellect, all what do we got to figure out. I feel like this is more so a very introspective and retrospective card. As we are in our New Year's now, or coming up on our New Year's now, we are taking a little bit of time to reflect on what has transpired for us in our past rotation around the sun. And like Cancers, because we are associated with the home and being comfortable and things of that sort, it makes sense for us to kind of be thinking like, okay, what's working for me? Am I comfortable doing what I'm doing? Am I content? Am I happy? And if not, what's going on, or what transpired, or what happened in order that made me feel like this, and what do I need to be doing to change that? So the Thinker card, I think, is more so about kind of just taking a glimpse over your life. I am like that around my birthday. I do my New Year's resolutions, I write them on my birthday. I don't do January 1st. June 29th is when I write my goals for the year, and I reflect on them at my halfway point, and then about a week before my next birthday, that's what I do. So I feel like you guys are all kind of in that same space, like looking back like, okay, how did I do last year? How did I do? What did I do? What could I have done? What didn't I do? And then kind of thinking about, okay, what do I want to transpire in this year that I'm coming into now, okay? So that's really all the energy that I pick up from this Cancer. I feel like we're just really thinking about our lives and thinking about, you know, what do we want to change? What has changed and what is changing for us, and really getting a grip on it and really seeing things for what they are and understanding all of these changes and these shifts. With us being on our eclipse axis, I feel like the changes that are coming in is for a lot of people that don't have these placements in their charts. All this change is happening for them, and they might not necessarily really know what's going on, but I feel like as the change goes down for us Cancer, we are here, we understand it, and we're like, okay, I got it. This is why this is happening. I'm processing, and I understand what I need to do next, okay? The next card that I have coming up for us is in the position of any obstacles or crossing energies we might be dealing with, and we've got one of my aw shit cards. And this sounds so crazy, I like seeing the aw shit cards in crossing energy positions, because it's just like, okay, well, we already know what this is, so we already know what we need to do to not be dealing with this energy. The 5 of Swords, though, which is very interesting, I believe this was, as a matter of fact, y'all want to know something? I think this was my card for my birthday readings last year. So this is an obstacle coming up. Five of Swords. Swords resonates with the air element, which is intellect, which is our thought process, which is our perspective, right? This isn't a crossing position. What does that tell me, Cancer, you little creature of habit that likes to stay in your shell? As you are reflecting, you may start to think about some things, and you may say, hey, I actually don't think that serves me anymore, but I'm so used to it, I'm so comfortable like this that I don't really want to cut it off. The Five of Swords for me is a card of having certain thought patterns, having a certain perspective, thinking in a certain way that makes you move in a certain way that just does not serve you. And it being in a crossing position, Cancer, tells me that you're just being a creature of habit during this month and saying, hey, like, I like the way, even if you don't like the way things are going, I'm used to doing things like this, so I'm not really trying to, you know, stir up the waters and try something different. But Cancer, we're in a new year. Why not? You know what didn't work for you last year, and if that didn't work for you last year, why is it going to work for you this year? What's changed? You know what I'm saying? When things no longer work for us, that means our energy has outgrown it. So if you're still trying to resonate in the old, you can't come into the new. In Cancer, you know what the old and the new is because you got the thinker card here. You are very aware of what's popping off or what needs to pop off, but you just need to come out of your shell, Cancer. You got to do something different for shit to be different, and that's just what it boils down to. Nothing is going to 5:55. So listen, you need to do something different in order for things to change. With change always comes resistance, Cancer, but I say the worst form of resistance is yourself, and the spread is telling me, Cancer, that we might be being our own obstacle, and we don't need to be. Stop being little creatures of habit. Go into the water. We are in a water lunar cycle. Instead of being the crab in the shell, be the crab in the water and just go wherever these currents take you, you know? You're not going to fall into something that you're not supposed to be in. And if you do, it's because you need to be there for a reason, to learn something, to pick up on something. But everything happens in divine timing. Everything falls into alignment as it should and when it should and how it should, right? So if it's time for you to cut off a certain train of thought or a certain way of thought, a certain perspective, a certain way that you're doing things, don't fight it. Think about it, process it, acknowledge it, understand it, and then do what you got to do. Because it's time for some change. Again, we're in our eclipse axis, so whether you're ready for the change or not, it's going to come in for you. It's going to be more difficult to deal with if you're resistant to it, on top of the fact that Saturn is in Capricorn. So, you know, fight that change if you want to, Cancer, and you're going to find yourself feeling all lost in the sauce and heavy like everybody else that doesn't have Cancer placements is feeling during this month. You feel me? And we don't want that. We want to go into this new year positive and light and knowing what it is that will help us get into those spaces that we want to be in, okay? The next card popping up in our spread is in the position of what needs to be nurtured. And I think this is interesting popping up here as I was talking about, you know, we need to figure out what works for us and what doesn't. This is the Mother of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. This is a card of nurturing our foundation. So Cancer, literally the position that I put this in, the card for it came up. The only other card that I would say like is perfect in that spot would be the Queen of Cups, the Mother of Cups. So Cancer, listen, whatever is changing is so that you can build solid foundations, doing what it is that you love or getting into what it is that you love, and you'll be able to put the time and effort and energy into it. I pick up on the sense that some of you Cancers are feeling like, well, there are certain things that I want to do, but I don't have the time or I don't have the resources. Listen, that lack mentality, cut it off. Go with the flow. Cut off whatever needs to be cut off. Listen, when you start making the moves that you need to make, you'll find yourself in the space to be able to do this. This card is also telling me, Cancer, that those of you that are still kind of chilling in that crab shell, you need to look at yourself and say, okay, hey, what am I doing? How can I actually make what I want to happen? Put your energy into what it is that you want to see play out for you. I talk about manifestation and intention a lot. And when I say these things, I say them very lightly. I don't elaborate too much on them. But when it comes to the things that we want in life, the way that you think about things, you see that play out. The way that you speak about things, you see it play out. I have it tatted on me, guys. I don't know if you can see it. Abracadabra, Abraxas. I create what I speak. I create as I speak. So speak things into existence. Will things into existence. Think using the energy that you want to see come up in the final chapter. Okay, so Cancer, what you need to nurture right now is, what do you love? What do you like doing? what foundations make you happy, and that's what you need to put your energy into during this month. And this is an earth card, so this means you actually need to get down to the nitty gritty, get your hands dirty, roll them little capris up into some Bermuda shorts, okay, and do the work. Do your business, Cancer. Things are changing for you. This is a Cancer Capricorn eclipse axis. So as you recognize these things, as you feel these shifts changing, you will start to see them play out for you in the physical. All right. Now, this card I like seeing here. Last card coming up in the spread for us is in the position of the soul message, and you got the monkey, which carries the energy of humor. It's another 44 card, which is also breaking down to 8. Cycles, infinity, karma. So with all of these things shifting and changing, I keep laughing because I'm getting this feeling of it's gonna be a lot of weird shit going down in the next month, especially with everybody around you that doesn't necessarily have all these Cancer or water placements, going through the motions and being swept away by the waves, with the moon being back at home in its sign. It's just gonna be and with the eclipses happening, y'all, it's just gonna be a lot of weird and wild shit going on. Not necessarily for us, but I feel like around us, we're gonna be looking at people like, what the fuck? Or looking at things like, what in the hell? What is going on? Don't get lost in the sauce like everybody else, and instead of being irritated or consumed by it or thinking about things in a negative light, laugh everything off, because it's gonna be some shit that goes down that has you like, what? That don't even make sense, or like, I could be pissed but I'm not, you know what I mean? So as you're moving through these emotions, it's going to be wild going on around us because everybody's feeling the Cancer influence and everybody is not used to that. So just, enjoy the show, because that's what it's going to be for the next month. And while you're enjoying the show, make sure that you are also reflecting on your habits, looking at what other people are doing that you don't want to do, and cutting off the things and thought processes that you don't need to be in anymore, and therefore moving back into what you feel like you love and what you feel like you need to make yourself happy and make yourself content within your heart, mind, and spirit, and also within your physical. Okay, Cancer. So popping energy for us, just only alarming thing is that Cancer, I want to do things my way. I got my pinchers in and I'm locked in the sand. Nope, Cancer, you got to come out of your shell a little bit in your season during this time. Like, pop the fuck out. It's our season. Why not? So think about things, reflect, figure things out. Think about how you want life to look. Go on and start making those moves towards how you want life to look. Don't worry about everybody else because they tripping and wilding. And this is going to be a good year. I get good vibes, good feelings. It's going to be a good year for us. And happy birthday again, y'all. Thank you for watching. I will catch y'all next time.